Disclaimer: actions taken against the scammer in this video should not be replicated in any scenario. Also, I do not support the distribution of shock not safe work images. Welcome to part 2 of my investigation into Roblox scammers. The good feedback on the first part encouraged me to continue with the series and really push the boundaries of how I can approach these interactions between me and the scammers. The disclaimer that I put in place is not there for shock value. Just like how it explains, I take things up a notch when dealing with said scammer. I let go of my morals, which I'm ashamed of, but nonetheless, I'll show you exactly what I did to get there. Before I show you any of the things I did, let's get to know this scammer a bit, see what they're like. So the scammer we're going to be dealing with today is named Kayla or Kayla Plays Zero. Do what you want to with her username, I honestly do not care. Now, her about says, "Hey, it's almost internship month. I enjoy making pals, so also more variations coming soon." Now, I'm not new to this format of scam. It's very similar to the first scammer we handled last week, where they claim to have a career in Roblox asset development where their proof of business is only shoulder pals that they create, put on their group or whatever. It's pretty much standard procedure with these guys lately. They also state that it's internship month, and you'll see how they attempt to scam me multiple times by encouraging me to click a link to this later on. Okay, so within the first 5 seconds of me accepting their friend request, they sent me a message. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how you refresh your page and see me straight away, but that's okay. I don't have to wait, and I'm happy about it. So they start the conversation by saying, "Hi, sorry for the random friend request. I'm an app designer who creates art and prefabs." And then I reply with, "Oh, that's awesome." Now, if you want to know why I'm being so nice to the scammer, it's because I want to get deeper into how they work and what methods they use to scam people overall, and you'll see just how far I get with this. And after my innocent reply, they reply of, "Really loved your outfit theme. Can I create a shoulder pad animation of a mini version of you? You can also check out my group. It is almost 2k members." And then I reply of, "Sure, I'll take a look now." In which I did. Now, the community is nothing special, it's mostly just botted members, but if you do want to take actions against this group, be my guest. Seriously, there's nothing really special. It's just a facade to draw me in further, and you'll see why they would want to get as much, trust in me, uh, so that they can pull off the ultimate scam. After taking a look at the group for a while, I come back to the messages and I say, "You're pretty good at making these," to get them to hopefully manipulate me into actually scamming me and not being very attentive, like making sure to prioritize me and and who they're going to scam today. And then they reply with, "You're so nice, thank you so much." And I reply with, "No problem," with a smiley face. And then they reply with, "Do you have Discord so I can show you the shoulder pal and its process?" And then I reply with, "Yeah," after this message. After a while, they reply with their Discord username, and I ask, "Is that your username?" And then they reply with, "Yeah." And then I say, "Cool, I'll send." Now, if you want me to read out their username, it is AI, like lowercase, AIH01X. Now, do what you want with that username. I don't care what you do. You don't have to report back to me. You just have to just spam this username with whatever the hell you want. If they accept, just something awful to them, because I have no mercy, and they have no mercy. So, you know. Now, about 10 minutes later, they accept my friend request and they start off the conversation by saying, "Hi, Brands. Thank you again for being nice. We'll get started on it now." And I reply with, "Hey, awesome." I'd like to point out the fact that they said, "Thanks for being nice." So, did they already get hecklers? I don't know. but anyway, this is just the focus between me and the scammer, specifically. I'm not talking about any other encounters that other people have had. Now, the message I come back to is a very suspicious one, whereas obviously scripted, they just pasted this in here entirely. And despite the obviously sketchy link, they say this is a group where I upload the popular shoulder pals or whatever, and I can join if I want, which I do end up doing, but I don't know if they ever accepted me. And some examples of this are, yeah, what they say there. And then I say, "Yeah, I saw them, they're super high quality," just to build the more trust and rapport between us two. And then they also reply with this very sketchy looking message 4 minutes later, 4 excruciating minutes later, where they say Roblox is sending out applications for internships, so I've been practicing to hopefully get accepted. And then, oh no, this is the link that I was talking about with the space in there. You can see it between the slash and the HTTPS. That's very suspicious indeed. And then they have like the image link or whatever, and then they say this is what I'm applying for. I believe that this is the second beaming link that I've been sent in this short interaction. Because, like, if you think about it, why would they send it to me? That makes no sense why they would send this to me when they're obviously lying about getting an internship at Roblox. That makes absolutely no sense. So you'll see how I quickly dismiss this because it's BS. Now this guy shows us completely what he's missing out on by the the extended U in this reply. Anyway, they say thank you. Let me know when you join the group, and then I reply with I joined. I think the request went through, and then I say that's cool. Hope you managed to get in. Just a simple message to lighten the mood and hopefully build more trust for what I'm about to do. So then they reply with, "This is the current non-prefab version. Honestly, love the process." And then they show me a untextured mesh of my character in the Roblox Studio or Blender. I think it's Blender, but anyway, they say editing will take around 15 to 30 minutes, rendering longer. And I say, that's alright. You do you. You seem to enjoy it, so fair enough. Now, this is very similar to the first scammer that we interacted with, because they sent me a completely they sent me a 3D mesh where none of the textures were loaded, and you'll see exactly why. It's the same old process. Now, I'm not going to say this entire message, but they pretty much say, "Can I get your avatar's template, which is your textures, which for some reason also has your account information in it. I don't know why, but it just does, and it allows them to log into your account and have full reign of everything." So they say how easy it is because it's only like 40 to 60 seconds long, and I reply with not sure how long, and then they reply with, "Oh, sorry, give me a second. I thought you would." Shaming me, making me guilty, gaslighting me into being like, "Oh, I should know this." And gaslighting me into thinking that it's a common process that makes absolutely no sense. How often are you told to give your avatar's textures over? Even though I'm pretty sure, from an outside perspective, they can get your avatar's like textures. That makes no sense. You can get other people's textures just by like putting their rig in your game. That makes absolutely no sense why they would ask for that anyway. Now, if you can see the message that I sent, I decided to really ramp things up, and this isn't. This is a tiny smidge of how far I go in the end. Anyway, they sent me the pretty much the exact same video as I got sent in the last video, which is pretty much how to scam someone that I don't know why they even try anymore. And then I say, yeah, it's just that if I did send it to you, then it would contain all my account info, kind of that happening. So thanks for the vid. I'll watch it now. So originally I just sent that that first image that first message without saying I'll watch it now. And there was like just a big silence. And then I said I'll watch it now because I wanted to take it a step further. I didn't want this video to just be like one difference. The one time that I confronted or like fully confronted one of these scams, I didn't want it to be just that. I wanted to take this to the next level to hopefully build some engagement between you guys and me. Anyway, I decided to do a little bit of an experiment like I did in the last video, which was successful in the last video. If you haven't seen it, then go watch it. So with this experiment, I wanted to put a comment in, put three comments in actually, and I posted them under the video that I searched up on YouTube because I didn't want to click on the link, and I was going to come back to it. So I'll take a look now to see if it's gone, and if it is, then I'm going to freak out because this would be infinitely more funny if they are gone, which they probably are going to be gone. Anyway, let's take a little bit of a look right now. Now, surprisingly, after 2 days, they are still there. I don't know how. I mean, maybe this video is just like a lesser version of it, but there's not a single negative comment, which leads me to believe that one of the latest statements coming from the scammer are false. you'll see exactly which one, and you'll point towards the exact message that clearly indicates this. Okay, guys, I'll be honest. In this next part, this is the part that I mentioned in the disclaimer. I'm not happy with what I did. I took to Reddit because I was like, okay, they're gonna find out soon that I'm just messing around with them. I took to Reddit, and I'm not gonna say which subreddit I went to. It was a not safe for work, obviously, and I grabbed an image of something awful and traumatizing, and then I copied that image and I spammed it to him. Yep, don't worry, this guy is definitely a scammer. I mean, he literally he confirms it. There's no other uh, explanation to it, but yes, he is a scammer, and this is completely justified. I don't know where my headspace was at this time. I'm a lot different at night than I am in during the day, and I just did it. I don't care. I just did it. Of course, I'm gonna blur it out because I can't put it on YouTube. But I will send you. I mean, I will put up the message where they respond to me doing this with the bad parts blurred out. I mean, the entire message should be blurred out, but I'll keep in like the first letters, and you can guess what they mean. Okay, so where do I even start with this message? Where do I start with this reply that I've been sent? I guess I'll start from the start. So after my spamming of that horrible image, they say FTFU, if you know what that means, and then they call me dumb, which is probably the nicest word in this nice message here. And then they say A, and then they say the N word. So yep. Uh, they say I'll smoke you in real life. The female genital part. And then they say, talk to me when you make 1.4 million USD in 15 months, and effing weird F DPM, or I don't know what that means actually, but yeah, a lot of derogatory terms and racism in this one message because I don't know why. They decided to be racist when I'm clearly a white male. Anyway, going back to that statement about making 1.4 million USD in 15 months, that is investment and retirement money. Why have you not invested that into, like, I don't know, real estate, and then milking the money out of that? Why are you milking the money out of me? I see the fact that video has 0 negative comments. 0. I went through them all, but there is no zero. There is 0 negative comments. I doubt you have like scalped a bunch of like Roblox people off their like limiters. How much like Roblox worth of money is that? How much is 1.4 million? That is a crazy amount of money. That you're not getting that off of scamming people in Roblox. Maybe like tens of thousands, I can believe, but 1 million is crazy. Over 15 months is not true. Because trust me, if that was the case, then so many more people would be doing it. And I only see that there's a very select group of people that are doing these scams. And I'm not encouraging people to do this because it's not right. It's morally bankrupt, and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life if you have a heart. And trust me, you want a heart to live in this world. Anyway, that's his nice message, and that just about concludes this video. Again, I do not take accountability for what happens to you if you do this. I'm just doing it off my own behalf, just to show you what it's like to live as the virtual Batman of Roblox at this point. Taking down the basement dwellers, probably 40 years old. Probably scam some a kid of like a Shaggy or something. Just the other week. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Really quickly, I would just like to plug in my Roblox group. It's called No Mercy, and the icon should be of me, my profile picture, or whatever. If you want to join me in this hellhole, and if you want to suggest ways that I could deal with these scammers, then please join the group, give a little comment, say that you're there, and I'll be very happy to see you that you've joined my group. And this is going to be my fan group. I'll admit, this is going to be my fan group. If it grows well enough, I guess I'm going to pump out more videos. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see ya and goodbye.